This video is going to run you through the basic installation of the Vectorworks Site Protection Server. This installation is as of Vectorworks 2018 Service Pack 2. We'll go ahead and run the installer package. Click Continue twice. And then here's the first thing we need to understand. Up here's the port number. If you don't know what this is or what you want it to be, don't change it. Generally, this is only if an IT professional knows there's a particular port that they already have open that they want to use. Otherwise, leave this as default. There's no reason to change this. Same with the next two. Leave these alone unless you know what they're for. Then, run Vectorworks Site Protection Server after installation. We're going to go ahead and leave that on because we do want to do that. Start automatically with Macintosh as a daemon. And on Windows, this would just say start as a service. This basically just means that the service will run in the background every time the machine reboots. So if it's an unattended server, you would almost always want to leave this checked. Now, serial number broadcast. Check this box and then put in your G-Series serial number for the site protection license for the actual Vectorworks. Most networks by default have broadcasting disabled. So if you are your IT department or if you have contact with your IT department, and you can have them temporarily disable this while you do your installation, it can save you some time. But by default, most of the time broadcasting is disabled as a security measure on most professional networks. We'll go ahead and uncheck that for the time being and click Continue. The default option here is for internet activation if you have an activation key. This is not where you put your serial number in. This is only if you have the internet activation type of license and you have been given an activation key explicitly. However, most users will have a license file and a dongle combo. So we have the dongle plugged in now, and we'll go ahead in here and we're going to choose the license file, which is right here on the desktop. This will almost always end with a .lic, and normally it will include the last 6 of your serial number in that license. We'll click Open, and we'll click Continue. There is an option here to install without a license, but most of the time you would only want to bother going with the install when you have the license file and the dongle handy. Go ahead and install it. On Mac, you'll almost always need to enter your machine's password. On Windows, you rarely do. Go ahead and close it. We'll see up here that it is running. And see, Control is running. So if this were to have a little red dot next to it, so if this icon currently has no dots, if we were to stop this, which is, we can stop the server, after a moment, you'll see a little red light here. This means that the server is not functioning. We've stopped it. So no licenses can connect to the server right now. And if we want to start that back up again, we'll go to Control and Start. We'll see a little red dot go away. And now we can do one more step to verify that this is running properly. Normally, this is all you need to do, and you don't need to worry about this. As long as this machine is on and connected to the network, your G-Series licenses will connect to it just fine. But we can confirm that it's running by clicking the icon, Vectorworks Site Protection, and then Open Web Interface. Now, there's a lot of different commands and diagnostic tools here. We don't need to use most of these for now. For the simple video, we'll just go to the one you need to check the status. Click the status here. We can see we have a license running. And under server status, we'll click the button here. And here's our license. So we can see we have Designer with RenderWorks, so Fundamentals, Designer, RenderWorks, 350 licenses. You can see how many licenses we have available. None of them are currently in use, none of them are currently reserved, and none of them are currently checked out. So we won't have any usage data, but this confirms that your licenses are running, and this column here will confirm how many you have available. That's all you need. That gives you a rundown of the super simple installation for the site protection server. In a follow-up video, we'll go over the more advanced options here and the more advanced options in the actual icon itself. Thank you, and have a great day.